Hey guys, it's Willow. Today I have decided that it is time for me to make this video for you. And what I want to talk about is metallic hunting on a pre-ascension account and how to be most successful at hunting metallics. Before you start metallic hunting, it is really important to build up a strong foundation. You are going to be very stone focused for a long period of time prior to actually getting into hunting those metallics. So we're going to talk about everything that you need to build yourself up and be very successful at getting metallics. Today I'm going to walk you through how I prepare to metallic hunt on my pre-ascension accounts. Willow 9 here on the left, you can see that she is collector score 0.6. She has done some giant hunting and her metallic score at this time is 809. Willow 10 here on the right is collector score 0.5, 123 metallics out of 300. So the first big difference here, obviously, is the amount of metallics that they have. Willow 9 is further progressed in the game than Willow 10, but that's a good thing because then I can show you these two different stages of metallic hunting. So with Willow 9, you see that she already has all of her common and uncommon titaniums filled in. So with metallic score 809, she is currently working on her rares. Willow 10, with her metallic score of 123, just has her full team of titaniums filled in. But today, that's going to change because Willow 10 is about to put the last click here on metallic luck and max this to 200. So once she's done that, she will officially be ready to start her long-term metallic hunt, and I am going to now walk you through the steps that she took to get to this point. So let's dive in and get started. So as I mentioned, it's going to be very important to build up a strong foundation to prepare for hunting metallics. Everything in this game works together and everything is important to that core that you need to have to make your pets stronger as you move through the game. So by this point, you're going to have your rebirth cave almost 99.9% maxed. The only thing that you can leave is bonus discovery luck and fossil record. You won't need to purchase these until you're ready to start mining for giants. You're going to want to be slowly increasing your generation speed over time. Your goal is going to be able to generate the prodigious egg long term. Prior to unlocking the mine, which happens at 100 metallic score, you're going to be on the prodigious generation. So this is what is going to allow you to make the most amount of stones. So that's why that is going to be your goal. Most likely you won't be able to start out on the prodigious generation. You're probably going to be starting out around the epic egg, maybe the legendary if you're in a boosted server. But as you build up your foundation and as you start getting metallics, your gold per second is going to increase, which will allow you to bump up to the prodigious generation. So you definitely want to consider increasing your generation speed slowly over time so that you can always be generating prodigious, but still making gold, because that is going to be important to have that extra gold so that you can be working on your drop wall, your exotic crystal wall, your damage wall, and your shiny wall. When you first get the 1000 shiny score and you unlock the grove and you're excited and you run in here and you purchase some clicks of metallic luck, that is absolutely fine. In fact, I do recommend that you purchase the first couple levels of metallic luck as soon as you can. You never know when you might get lucky and get a metallic. But metallic luck isn't going to be your focus right away. Your focus for a long time is going to be to make mythic stones and to work on your upgrades. The goal is to give yourself the best chance at making stones and making them quickly. So maxing calcify luck to 100% is something that I recommend doing. It is expensive and it is going to feel very discouraging because you spend so much time working on this, but it is really an important piece to making stones quickly. I've known a lot of players along the way here, and we all seem to do this a little bit differently, but that is because there is really no right or wrong way to play this game. What I tend to do at the start is I will work on calcify luck and metallic luck at the same time. So I might do 5 clicks of calcify luck and then 1 click on metallic luck, and I follow that pattern as I work my way up. Usually I will reach about 25 clicks of metallic luck and then stop there, and then I'll continue to focus only on calcify luck until it is maxed. The important thing that you want to keep reminding yourself is that your goal is to be preparing to hunt for metallics and not be hunting metallics right away. Clone luck is going to be helpful to you in a couple different ways. In the early stage of the game, I usually get clone luck to 2%, and then I start to build it up slowly from there. Once I get to about 150 clicks of metallic luck in the grove, that's when I will get this up to 3%. You could even take it up to 3.1 or 3.2. And then you'll also be wanting to purchase recursive cloning, which is going to give you the potential to get more than 2 clones. And you're also going to want to buy metal clusters when you can afford it. Usually once you start getting metallics more regularly, then you're going to want to purchase metal clusters. Don't forget about your lab levels, as they are going to be really important to also making stones. So as soon as it makes sense for you to buy these, as soon as you can be making enough stones that you can afford each of these levels, you want to go ahead and buy them. Another way to know if you are ready to buy the next level is if you have at least 5 points to allocate to that level, it's probably time to buy that next tier. So you want to make sure that you are on a stone build in your lab. You won't need to add metallic luck to your lab build until much later. If you are at the point where you cannot yet generate the prodigious egg long term without losing gold, then you're probably either on legendary, epic, or maybe even rare generation. When you are creating your lab to work on mythic stones, you are going to want egg luck and fuse luck in your build, and also selections that will bring you more gold. You need gold to hatch eggs, and you need the highest egg possible to make stones. So if you look here at an example of the epic generation and you see the fuse luck symbol here, these epic eggs are hatching as legendary eggs because that is the next highest rarity. If fuse luck is applied, it's going to make that fused egg fuse up 1 level higher than it would have fused into. So if you look here at these eggs that are fusing on the side and you see the fuse luck symbol, they are fusing up 1 level. You can see how egg luck and fuse luck will help you when you're generating a lower egg, because it helps you to jump up to the higher rarities and therefore make stones more quickly. Now, if you're creating a lab build for mythic stones while generating the prodigious egg, you want to go heavy on egg luck first and foremost. Next would be calcify, and then the last choice would be clone luck. So looking here at level 4, our choices here are egg luck and calcify with 15 points. So we're going to put 10 on egg luck, and then we're going to put 5 on calcify. That's going to unlock this next level. Then here on level 5, we don't have an egg luck option. So we're going to go with 10 on calcify and 5 on clone. That then unlocks this next level here. On this level, we're back to having egg luck and calcify as our choices. So we're going to put 10 on egg luck and 5 on calcify. And if you have level 7, or when you get this level, then you want to put as many as you can on egg luck. and every time you clear a new task and you get another point, keep adding to egg luck until this is maxed. Now, you'll notice that I have an additional point here, and I didn't put it on level 7. What I did was I started to fill in calcify luck from the top down, because calcify is going to be more beneficial to me while making stones than putting it here on clone luck. So with the lab, my egg luck is 65%, my clone luck is 4.5, and my calcify luck is 142.5%. I had mentioned that you never want to increase your generation speed so high that you can't also be making gold. So your goal ultimately is to be able to generate the prodigious egg while still making gold. And what you want to do with that extra gold is to first max the drop wall, because this is going to give back by increasing your gold per second. Take advantage of 2x gold weekends to get that extra gold and max this as soon as you can. So during those many weeks that you're on the crank and you're working on stones, you're going to have gold that you have built up. And I recommend using that gold on the shiny luck wall and the damage wall. My goals for pre-ascension accounts are to get my shiny luck to 3 and damage to 450. Once I reach those goals, I will stop there and I won't add to the shiny or the damage wall again until I am much further along in the game, where I am mining for mythical giants. These walls just get too expensive, and you're going to find that you're going to get to a point later in the game where you need to start saving money for mining. And I talk about that a lot in my Ascension videos. But you do have these goals that you can aim for, which would be the 450% on damage and the 3 on shiny. Alright, so once your calcify is maxed to 100%, then it's time to switch focus and use your stones here for metallic luck. A good goal to reach for is around 115 to 120 clicks of metallic luck before you actually start hunting metallics. On the day that Willow 10 got 100 metallics and unlocked the mine, her metallic luck was at 118 clicks on the day that she achieved that. So keep in mind that during this entire process, you are on a stone build in your lab. You have not added any metallic luck to your lab as of yet. So as you're increasing your metallic luck, each day you're gaining stones, you're clicking metallic luck, you're building that up, and the metallics are going to start to fill in. And as they fill in, your damage is going to increase, which is going to allow you to make more gold per second and increase your generation speed. And don't forget that the crank in the grove adds 1.5 per second to anything that you have in the rebirth cave. So if you have 3 per second generation speed, the crank is going to add 1.5 to that, making it 4.5. Once you reach your goal of around 115 clicks of metallic luck in the grove, it is finally time to switch to a metallic build in your lab and go for metallics. So a metallic lab setup is going to look something like this. You're going to have clone luck on every level that you can. You're going to have metallic luck on every level that you can. And then the other things are really your choice, depending on what you're working on. Gold is probably always going to be a good option for you. So you have your metallic lab setup activated and you're ready to start hunting metallics. By this point, you probably already have some, and you're going to keep filling in the prodigious, ascended, and mythical metallics, and you're working towards a goal of getting titaniums. Now, something to take note of. The next collector score after 0.5 is achieved by getting 300 metallics. But your goal isn't going to be 300 metallics. Your goal is actually going to be 100. And the reason for that is because you unlock the mine at 100 metallic score. This goal is subjective, but what I normally do is I try to get at least 6 to 7 titaniums of prod, ascended, or mythical, any 6 to 7 titaniums. This will usually be around, I want to say 60 to 70 metallic score is when you will probably see that happen. Once I have that, I will drop down to commons or any other lower rarity and rush to get the 100 metallics needed to unlock the mine, because that's going to allow us to get the ascended generation. And the ascended generation is really important to what comes next. So let me recap that. So you're going to be getting your metallic luck to about 115 clicks. You're going to switch to a metallic lab setup. Your metallics are going to start to fill in. Once you see that you have achieved about 6 to 7 titaniums, or roughly about 60 to 70 metallic score, you're going to drop down to a lower rarity like common, and you're going to rush to get into the mine 100 metallic score with the goal of getting the ascended generation. Here are some important things to consider. The ascended generation costs 20k stones, so make sure you have at least 20k stones saved up prior to getting the mine unlocked. If you don't, that's okay. You might just need to return to the crank or stand here in the mine and hatch at the ascended egg until you get those 20k stones needed to buy the ascended generation. Another thing to take note of is that when you drop down to common or lower rarity to try to get into the mine, that can be a really great time to work on this Discover All 240 Shiny Pets task if you haven't already completed it. It's kind of like doing two things at once. So you're going to be getting your shinies filled in, but you're also going to be getting metallics. And when you're trying to get into the mine, it doesn't matter what metallic you get as long as it's a metallic. So that's a really great time to do those two things simultaneously. And this gives you 5 points for your lab, which is really, really beneficial. So if you haven't yet worked on this, this would be a really good time to do that. So the day comes, you get your 100th metallic, you're super excited, you're in the mine, everything's unlocked, and now what do I do? Now is the time to go back to your stone build and go back to the crank. Yes, I'm sorry to say, but we have to get more stones to continue increasing your metallic luck. So the first thing you'll do is you'll buy your ascended generation. And then you'll head straight back to the crank. You will switch back to your stone build, which is heavy on egg luck and calcify. You will not need any metallic luck in this build, because naturally what's going to happen is that by generating the ascended egg, these higher metallics are going to fill in regardless of whether or not you have metallic luck added in your lab or not. You spend such a long duration of time on the crank generating ascended that those metallics will fill in during that time. So don't waste those points on metallic luck. Your focus once again is to make stones and make them as quickly as possible. So you can see the traces of Willow 10 and what she did. You can see that I dropped down to commons to try to get into the mine. You can see that I most likely was working on that shiny task as I was going for those 100 metallics. It's also a possibility that these metallics filled in from fusing. And then here I have my 6 ascended titaniums and my 6 mythical titaniums, which become your strongest team. Now you may be asking, what about these prodigious metallics? Don't I need to get those before I go down to commons? And the answer is no, you don't. Mythical and Ascended titaniums are going to be what is most important because of polished metal. As soon as you get your first metallic, make sure that you come back here in the grove and purchase this for 75 stones. This is a really important piece to the game. This gives your metallic pets a damage multiplier based on the number of shiny skins that you have for that pet. So if we look at my shiny skins, this is the pet that I have the most shiny skins for. So that is my strongest pet. You see that it has the most amount of damage because it has the most amount of shiny skins. So this is just one of the things that I'm referring to when I say that everything in the game works together, and why you want to be working on your damage wall and your shiny wall, because more damage means more gold per second, and more shiny score means that your metallics will be stronger. They will have more damage. So the next piece of this is a very long grind where you're going to be cranking for stones and you're working towards maxing metallic luck. But before you do that, you want to go back and you want to max your generation speed to 5 per second. And the reason that you want to do that first is because faster generation speed means that you are making stones, you're calcifying stones even faster. Remember, we're stone focused right now, we're not metallic focused. So get your generation speed maxed, and then we're going to start working on metallic luck and getting that to 200. So around the point in time where you get to 150 clicks, that is probably a good time to go back and increase your clone luck to at least 3 if you haven't done so already. Also at 150 is when this caps at 250k stones per click. You're going to find that you're probably only able to get a couple clicks of metallic luck each day. It is going to feel like you're working on stones forever, but trust me, it is very important to keep at it, keep stone focused, and just trust that what you're working on is going to have so many benefits later on. Now you may be wondering if you should get 300 metallics before you max metallic luck in the grove, because it's going to bump you up to the next collector score. And I'm going to say that this choice is yours. What I recommend doing is waiting and going for the 300 metallics after you get the 200 metallic luck, simply because it's more efficient. More metallic luck means that your metallics will fill in more quickly. But this is really up to you. But I definitely recommend getting metallic luck to 200 clicks before you long-term hunt those 1200 metallics. So you can see here that on Willow 10, she has been frozen in time at 123 metallics out of 300 for this entire duration of time that she has been collecting stones and working on metallic luck in the grove. It has been weeks that I have been working up to this point, this day when I finally get to buy my last click of metallic luck on this account. So if you look at your stats right now, look at what your metallic luck is. I'm going to show you what your permanent maxed metallic luck potential is if you take this to 200 clicks in the grove. So we have 200 clicks of metallic luck now. And you can see that I did work on metallic luck runes just a little bit. So the statistic I'm going to give you with metallic luck is based on 200 clicks of metallic luck in the grove and metallic runes at 1.1. So her permanent metallic luck is 1 in 26,738. And we can switch over now to our metallic lab because we're going to be going for those 300 metallics to bump up to the next collector score. So let me show you how that changes with the lab. Okay, so the most important pieces again for your metallic lab is going to be clone luck and metallic luck. You're going to want that maxed on every level possible, and then anything else you choose is completely up to you. So again, before I activate that, our permanent metallic luck is 26.7k. I activated my lab, and now we're at 1 in 24k dynamic. So at this time, that is my best chance at getting metallics. There is more potential for metallic luck here in the lab, but I don't have the points to allocate to the top tier of the lab, so I haven't purchased that yet. So let's talk about the additional benefits of maxing metallic luck to 200. It's not just about getting the most metallic luck that you can get. There are other reasons that I recommend that you do this. First, you're going to be spending a lot of time on the ascended generation and a lot of time on the crank. What that's going to do for you is it's going to give you more pet score, and it's going to give you more shiny score. Going along with the theme of everything working together in this game, the reason why building up your shiny score and pet score is important is because you get a gold multiplier based on your shiny score, and you get a shiny luck multiplier based on your pet score. So remember, shinies are important because of your damage. So you really want to keep everything increasing, and spending more time on the ascended egg is how you're going to do that. So it's not a waste of time to try to get your metallic luck up to 200 and to do that early. It is actually more beneficial to do it that way. Another benefit of spending more time on the ascended generation is that you will get ingots. I have an entire video about ingots and what they're used for and how you get them, so I'm going to link that for you. Go ahead and watch that if you're wondering what ingots are, but these are going to be very important later on when you're mining. I can tell you when you first start getting ingots, it's going to be very discouraging. You're going to be frustrated because you're going to be thinking, I don't want ingots, I want metallics. But ingots are actually a really good thing because, as I stated, they do help you later with mining, but also they fill in a lot of lab tasks and you will earn a lot of lab points just because you have earned an ingot. Okay, so basically you earn an ingot when you roll metallic luck on a pet that is already a titanium. So if you think about, you've filled in your ascended and your mythical titaniums, but you're continuing to generate ascended, and how many times you're probably getting metallic luck rolled on these pets, that is how many ingots you're going to be getting. So in the long run, the more of these, we just got a metallic. Awesome. All right. So the more ingots that you earn over time, that is a good thing. It is not a bad thing. But that brings us to a discussion about metallic discovery luck. And when is this going to be important? So the metallic that I just got, I actually rolled metallic discovery luck on that, but I didn't really need metallic discovery luck. It still rolls anyway and you can get it successfully, but when it's going to really come into play is when you are working on a rarity and you have most of your titaniums filled in. Metallic discovery luck is going to help you to fill in those hard to get last titaniums in a rarity. When this was introduced with the lab, it was such a big deal and a huge advantage to the game because we were spending so much time trying to fill in the last few metallics in a rarity, and it was very frustrating. And metallic discovery luck came along and really helped us to complete those rarities much, much faster. So let's look at Willow 9, for example. You can see that she does have quite a few rare titaniums. So she is definitely going to want to have metallic discovery luck turned on, because if she successfully rolls metallic luck and metallic discovery luck, what it's going to do is it's going to give her a rare metallic that she doesn't already have a titanium of. So this is super beneficial, really, really important to your metallic hunt. And you want to make sure that once you start getting titaniums, that you get lab level 7, and make sure that you put as many points as possible on metallic discovery luck. So the final piece of this is egg luck and when you should use it for metallics and when you don't need to. Egg luck can be disabled here in your settings menu all the way at the bottom. This is what egg luck looks like turned on. And this is what egg luck looks like turned off or disabled. So there are times when I will keep egg luck turned on, and that is usually when I'm getting close to one of these metallic badges. So the next badge is going to be 300, and then 600, and then 1000. So right now our goal is really just to get 300 metallics because I want to get to that next collector score. But I also am keeping in mind that I'm going to need common titaniums for when I start mining. So that's why I always start down at common. But right now I'm going to keep egg luck turned on, and we're going to fill in and get to our 300 metallics and bump us up to collector score 0.6. Once I reach that goal and I get the next metallic badge, which is going to give us more metallic luck, then I'm going to disable egg luck, and I will only be focusing on filling in common metallics and trying to get all of my common titaniums. So beyond that, we would go into thinking about how to prepare for mining. I did make some videos on this with another alternate account, which I can link those for you. But we're going to basically stop there because this video is just about metallic hunting and how to be most efficient in your preparation of getting ready to hunt for metallics, and then once that time has come, how to get metallics as quickly as possible. So I hope that you have found this information helpful. Just remember that there's really no wrong or right way to play Collect All Pets. Everything needs to be done in the game. So the order in which you choose to do that is completely up to you. I am simply just giving you some tips and some guidelines to hopefully help you along the way. Trust that your hard work will pay off in the end. I know it's a long grind. I know that it can be very boring, but once you start to get those metallics, you will be so happy that you have spent that time working hard and grinding hard to get those stones that you need to build up and get your metallic luck. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. I wish you all lots of luck in your metallic hunt. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next video.